Hello and welcome to the Monday panel where we chat random crap and make models. I don't know where the rest of the guys are, but I'm joined. I'm not used to being that way. Modders, hello.
Just do that.
Thank you. That's much better. Yay. There you go. Modders is modeling her new channel hoodie today.
Yes.
It's got a name on it and everything.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's big on the back too.
Yeah. And you got, what's this on the back? I'm not saying I'm a witch, but I do have a black cat and the power to make people disappear.
Yes. Ignore the bucket in the background.
Sorry about the mix-up on the timings, by the way. Apparently StreamYard and YouTube haven't quite realised that it's daylight saving in the UK yet. So yeah. I set it for 12 and it thought I meant 1 for some reason. So, yeah. Weird. Yeah. Stupid things. But I've updated them all for the rest of the week anyway, so I'll keep an eye on it. It should be all right for the rest of the week.
If not, I'm not just pressing go live at the top.
Yes. I'm on about so that people know in advance for what time the stream's going to start.
Mm-hmm. It's still the same time, UK time. It'll just be like an hour before or after people's normal time for a little bit.
Yeah. Stupid daylight savings. I mean, it's just saying that nobody's watching at the top of the screen. I've not said this as a members live by mistake, have I?
I'm not seeing anyone other than members in the chat.
Huh.
Shh.
What's going on here?
I don't know. Let me just refresh this.
This isn't right.
It's not saying it's a members only on YouTube.
It's not.
No.
I wonder what's going on then. YouTube's getting all weird.
Oh, there's Trevor.
Yeah, they're saying public, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Trevor's not a member, so it is for all. It's just you have a lot of channel members.
Yes, I do. 33 to be precise.
Yeah. There are 15 likes.
Wonderful. I've really just begun.
Mm-hmm.
There's a song in that somewhere. Yeah, I don't know why it's saying that. I'm not telling me how many people are watching. Like, strange.
You've got to upgrade for it again.
Oh, who knows? But anyway, let's go on with the chat.
Okie doke.
Let's wait for the others. Dieter says, morning all first. Everyone's sleeping still, I guess. In that case, have a great stream and keep the good things vibing. Yeah. Julian says, morning all. Good morning, Julian. Matthew says, good morning, everyone. Hello, Matthew. Right out the gate. Tiffany says, good morning, folks. I do hope all you changed your clocks. Well, those of us in the UK anyway. I also hope that you have hot that like button on your way in. Now, where's that fucking steak and kidney pie? Oh, hit not hot. Yes, hot pies. Patrick says, good day all. I broke it. I broke modders. Shall I carry on, modders? Patrick says, good day all. Tiffany says, hit not hot. Never ever hit. Always go for the hot. Joe says, good morning, afternoon, evening to all. Happy Monday. Let's have a good week. Yes. Are you ready?
Yeah, sorry.
Are you sure? Do you need to continue?
No, it's fine.
Julie says 4 hots already, so why the like button is glowing red? Oh, so that's why the like button is glowing red. Yeah. Patrick says, "Yep, that would be it." Ian, happy Monday all. Happy Monday, Ian.
Mm.
Joe, looks great, Tiff.
It is. It's very comfortable.
Nice and warm as well, aren't they? I am putting more stuff on because that's not on the normal Redbubble merch store. That's on T-shirt Studio merch store, which I'm setting up, but it's just going to be for channel logoed stuff rather than all the different T-shirts and things and stickers.
I will, once we've gone through the comments, get the link for it because there are some stuff up there already.
Yeah, there's polo shirts and things like that on there. David says, "Good afternoon, all. Just over from Steph's stream. Hello."
That'll be why John's missing.
Hey?
That'll be why John's missing if he's there.
Oh, yeah.
And
Julian says, "Looks great, Tiff."
Speak of the devil.
Aye, and he shall appear. David says, "Yes, looking good, Tiff." Joe, StreamYard and YouTube estúpidos. Yes.
Yeah.
Ian says, "I've got a BBC hoodie, very warm and comfortable." Ah. Yes, you have. David says, "And afternoon to you, Mikey." Hello.
Afternoon. Everything all right, John?
Yeah, I was just thinking maybe Timbo doesn't know about your change in.
There's a comment in a bit further down that he's put in saying that he forgot about the time change.
Yeah, all
right. Matthew says, "Well, if Tim, Aaron, Nod show up at 1 p.m. Yeah. Trevor says, "Hi all." Hello. Patrick, what StreamYard messed up? I don't believe it. Yes, it's causing a lot of problems lately. They need to stop trying to fix things that aren't broken. Joe says, "Darn it. Now I have to look up the hoodies. Any tariff specials?" I think there are US price. There are US prices for them.
Yeah, I believe Redbubble, if that's what you're talking about, has a print in place in America.
Redbubble does. I don't know about T-shirt studios.
I'm not sure.
But it does have a US price on it as well. So I don't know. But that's just for, like I said, that's just for like channel logo merch things, stuff. And if you want like one doing with your name put on it or whatever, then you'll have to let me know because I'd have to do that as a separate thing on the store. Stu says, "Hi, I can see 11 likes but only 1 watching." Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with YouTube today.
I think it's having a brain fart due to the fact that we've had our clocks change.
Yeah. Julian, not showing numbers to you, Mikey, because Modders is special. Is it showing viewers to you?
No, it's showing 1 watching on YouTube, on the YouTube page.
Weird.
Yeah.
Bob says, "Still studying for my PhD in modelling. That's projects half done." I like that. Bob's. I've just read that one.
Yeah,
that's strange. Trevor says, "Sorry,
I'm watching it now too, so there should be at least 2 people watching."
Yeah. Trevor says, "Not sure what Mikey's taking, but can I have the name?" Oh yeah, you missed it, John. I just broke Modders.
Oh yes.
Yeah, she couldn't stop laughing. She couldn't work for.
I was wheezing.
Hello, Tiff.
Yo.
Hey.
G'day.
The clan is here.
Yes.
The clan. Sorry, we were watching a YouTube channel before we came on live, and it was just hilarious. And they're basically, it was like Impractical Jokers, and it's 2 teams of 2 guys, and each team has to create a presentation for the other one, and the other team has to read it out no matter what it says, and they have to get as many people as possible to vote in favor of their presentation. So what the other team do is make the presentation as offensive as possible. So it's quite funny. Rich is in. He says, "Hi, how are you and Tiff doing?" I'm good.
Good.
Oh, I could read this one.
You could.
Hi ho, folks. Guess who forgot about the UK time change? Be on in a few.
Doesn't sound anything like you.
Go on, Mal.
Not me then. Mummy said I'm special. Really? So does one of the carers. I'm not entirely sure he means it in the same way as Mum did.
Ian says, "I can confirm there's only me watching."
How weird. Oh, and David says, "Afternoon again, John."
Matthew says, my daughters have been... Oh, hang on. That one's for Tiff.
Which version of Tiff? There are multiple.
I think the original. Classic vanilla.
Okay. So Matthew says, my daughters have requested Tiff read this. Hello, Isabel and Isla.
That's nothing how she sounds.
Yeah, it's a terrible impersonation.
Don't sound like that.
Nothing at all, mate.
Where's that steak and kidney pie gone?
I'm going to say that was shit.
I'll go because I pumped that last one off to Tiff. Joe says, if I have any money left after my trip to Texas Wednesday or Thursday, I will look. Just send me the info somehow, sometime. Hello, John.
Hello.
I will put the T-shirt studio link up in the chat, but I'll also put it in the recommended purchases in Discord.
Cheers, buddy.
You're welcome.
See, this is why I have a modders.
Yeah.
Julian says 15 likes and 1 watching here too.
Stupid.
David says, "Evening, Tiama."
Yeah, man.
Evening, David.
Was that the Japanese version of Timar or something? Timar?
It's like the Dungeons and Dragons monster, like Tiamat.
It does, doesn't it?
So whose
John,
turn
your
is this?
turn.
My turn?
Yeah.
All right. Joe says, please don't say clan here. I live in Mississippi.
Yeah.
Clan.
He meant it with a C. Bob says, is YouTube showing that each person is watching? Brain fade, not sure if that came across correctly.
Yeah, so normally in this top corner here on my screen, on StreamYard, it has a picture of an eye with the number of people watching. But today it's not showing up for some reason. Don't know why.
That's why we thought it was members only, because it was literally just members commenting. Because members only, it doesn't show you the count either.
Yes. It turns out we just got loads of channel members. Which is cool.
Not that we're complaining.
No. Go on, Mark.
Stu says it's stuck it has frozen on the stream starting only 40 seconds ago, as well as only 1 watching.
Weird. As long as you can see us, that's all that matters. Julian says, just noticed GM isn't here. Probably South Korea and the UK time change. Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I don't think he's usually here on Mondays anyway.
I can't remember, mate.
Jim says, holy spring forward, Batman. Now yous guys are back on 6 a.m. where yous belong. Hurrah!
Yes, until the American time clocks change.
Yeah. Why do we do it?
I don't know. It's
It's
stupid.
nonsense, isn't it?
To baffle and confuse. It's
Yeah. All it meant is that we got an hour less rain in Wales. That's it.
What?
In
Hour
Wales,
less rain. How does that work then?
well, if the clocks had gone forwards, we've got an hour less rain in the day.
Well, the day don't change, does it?
Yeah, because the clock. There's an
Well, in
hour
that
less.
day, yeah, you got an hour less rain in that day, but
That's
I
my
don't-
point.
You guys
Well,
are all
hour less
missing
rain.
out. We don't
Hour
bother
less
with
rain.
this time-changing gumph up in Queensland. None of it.
Why can't we just change it to half the hour and then call it quits and all stick to that time from
Yeah.
then on?
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Or not change it at all?
Yeah.
Go to one, stick to it, because it makes no
Well,
difference.
Thing is, it was all set up for the farmers in World War One and World War Two anyway. That's the reason
No,
they
it
did
wasn't. I was listening to the whys and wherefores of it, and it's a bit more convoluted than that. And it goes back further than you might think.
Yeah.
But it was never. It was only when the Germans actually took it on as a thing to gain more working time that the rest of Europe started to do it.
Yeah.
But there's no actual. It doesn't actually do anything.
No.
They can't help themselves, can they? The Germans. They got to over-engineer everything.
Yes.
It worked. I suppose if you believed that it produced, it gave you more production time. But how can it? But I mean,
Exactly. If you stick them all on a 6 till 6 shift, it makes no difference, does it?
on a 24
12
hour,
hours is 12 hours. Yeah,
24-hour shift, it makes no difference whatsoever.
exactly. Jim says our clocks moved forward 3 weeks ago. Mr. Beer did one. Ah, excellent.
David says, "Come on, Mikey, it's liquid sunshine." Lol.
Yeah.
Julian says the UK time change was brought in as a temporary measure in WW1 to help the farmers. Yes, I know WW1 ended over a century ago.
And Mal has just disproved that.
No, I wouldn't say that. If I could fight, if it was only yesterday or the day before, I saw it. But this Doris, who's quite up on all, knows about these sort of things, gave the history of the time change, and it goes back quite a lot further. Nobody wanted to play until the Germans gave it a go.
Yeah.
I can't say that with any authority because I can't remember dates, times, and whatevers.
I know in the UK they're discussing getting rid of it now, aren't they? In government, in Parliament, they're looking at getting rid of it.
What does it achieve? We were always told when I was a kid that it was to give kids more daylight.
The studies have proven now as well that it causes more accidents on the road and stuff, doesn't it? Because people are going to work tired and things.
Yeah.
Matthew says, "I've been." Sorry, go on.
There's a rise. I heard that as well. There's a rise in accidents and various other events.
Yeah. Matthew says, "I've been hacked by a 6-year-old."
Okay.
And just to prove it.
So, yeah. Please bear in mind we do have small children watching today.
Roger.
Oh. Julian says, "As far as I know, farmers work when it's light anyway."
Yeah. Cows don't give a toss what time it is.
Yeah. Neff, all you do with the actual time. Yeah.
Last time I was in the UK, the sun had set by like 4:30 in the afternoon anyway.
Yeah.
I was like, this is awful.
Yeah.
Jim says, again with the Germans, who won the bloody war anyway?
Yeah, I'll be interested. I'll read what. Shall I read what Julian's interesting, Mal? I'll look that up because I've always read it was the World War One thing. Yeah, it was because the Germans. I don't know whether it was World War One or World War Two, but it was the Germans that took it on as a thing.
Yeah,
but it goes back further than that when it was first thought about as a thing,
Yeah.
but nobody wanted to play until the Germans took it on.
Hmm.
So you're right, sort of ish.
Stu says, this clock changing lark is such a faff. I mean, I never know how much to cut off my candle.
Yeah, that's the bigger problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Le Grand Fromage says, trying to be efficient and helpful, I put all the clocks in the house back an hour, including the annoying microwave and oven clocks. I've not been popular this weekend.
Matthew says, BRB, going to distract them with some lunch.
All the kids getting woken up at 4 o'clock in the morning for school.
Grand Fromage says, yo.
And Ian's laughing at Malcolm. Ain't that nice?
There was a comment from Joe. For some reason, it didn't show up in StreamYard. But he
Oh.
says, small children and a heathen too.
Yes. Yes. Very good. So yes. No Mr. Morris today, due to issues that don't need to be discussed on here. Mr. Evans, I'm sure he's just busy. Usually is. Busy man. Everyone else had a good weekend though?
Yeah. Got family down this week.
Good.
Yeah.
Right. Shall we head down to the benches?
Why not?
Eh.
Look at that. Mod is on the ball already. Computer says no.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you too. Yeah, that channel me into watching before the stream too. You'd love it.
I believe you.
Where are the cover of my snips?
I'm going to actually do what Timmy recommended last week and carry on with some Warhammery dudes.
Well, hey.
We'll see how that goes.
Ooh.
But I'll be back in a sec. I need to grab something from in the house.
I worked on the base of that dragon for the Friday build.
Yes.
Yeah, so I got that all kind of worked out.
Let's have a look at that. Let's zoom on Tim.
So, yeah, we got some like broken statuary and stuff, and then cut some bricks and things into some earthwork. And yeah, thought I'd tell a bit of a story on the back. So there was like this brazier. So I've got like, some meat hanging off hooks, and I put a little Skaven guy I had, in my cupboard. So a little rat man.
Yeah.
Kind of walking around. Yeah. So the idea is the good guys with the dragons and stuff are retaking what was their city like 100 years ago that the rats overthrew. So yeah, that's kind of the theme. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that'll all shape up.
Sweet. Looks good.
Yeah,
That
it looks
looks
a bit
pretty
busy.
good in black and white as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, looks a bit busy at the moment, but once it gets all primed and unified and stuff, it should be good. We've got some foliage and rocks and bump in there, so yeah, I think it'll be cool. And then to break up some of the masonry and stuff, I've twisted a little bit of wire together, and they'll be like creeping vines and stuff.
Nice.
And there's one up the back as well, kind of twisting its way up the ruins. So I think between like the vibrant red dragon and then I'm gonna do the base, I'm thinking more kind of cool greens and blues and stuff.
Are you gonna do object source lighting as well?
Yeah. So greens and blues to be like more of like a nighttime kind of cave, sort of vibe.
Darkness.
And then we'll have some. Yeah, initially I was going to have the dragon facing the other way and the light on his face, but I thought by putting the brazier at the back, I can do some more interesting lighting stuff with like these will be metal, all these things, because it's kind of like the frame of a old stained glass window kind of thing. So there's lots of ridges and stuff there, so there'll be some more interesting reflections and stuff on that side, and then off the little rat boy on the back. So it should be kind of interesting, but it'll make the dragon pop pretty good, I think. So
well,
that's what I was working away on.
I've been catching up on the Landwasserschlepper.
It's very lifeboaty, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I even did the running gear in like a dark blue lifeboat color.
It's cool.
Because they have the, especially the Shannons, they have the tracked launch vehicles, don't they? So they can just drive the launch vehicle onto the beach and put them into the water and pick them back up again. Recovery vehicle. So yeah. It doesn't show it. It's that orange that it doesn't. It looks more red on camera, but it's not. It's actually really orange, like a tangerine.
I believe you.
Aaronville says, "Hello, what are you each building today?" I'm working on my Wasserschlepper.
I don't know whether to continue working on my Iron Thins or my 48 and 48, which still needs all those stackles on. I should probably work on that.
Probably. Get it finished as soon as possible.
And then John's painting some Space Marines, and I'm gonna probably just pop the last couple of things on the Tornado for the Thursday build. So just get it ready for finishing up on Thursday.
Yeah. Ian says, my commute this morning is unusually busy. I assume they forgot to change their alarm clocks and were really late. Bob, confusing weekend here. Slight error in ejection hatch for secret weapon. Big gap all around. Trying an update. What the hell are them two working on?
I'm kind of worried to find out.
I know, right?
I'm working on the ICM 132nd HS or Henschel HS 123.
Nice.
Almost done. Almost done.
It looks so
Looking
good.
Yeah. Pleased with it.
Patrick says, hi, Aaron. David says, that looks good, Tim.
Thanks, man.
Why the hell is my computer so slow today? Julian says, no, I'm not condoning violence. It's a joke. Okay. Did I miss something?
Not that I know of.
Julian says, the lifeboat looks orange here, Mikey. Could be my monitor color balance. Could be. Could be.
Right below.
Could also be the light. Ooh. There you go. Now it looks orange-ish.
So I finished another model yesterday. This is the FX Chipmunk T10 as a, referring to my notes, WK642 of Cambridge University Air Squadron. Royal Air Force Volunteer Reserve, base at RAF Woodvale, UK in the 60s.
I've flown from that when I was a cadet. Yeah. We flew the Grob Tutors from there.
There you
And
go.
we did our experience flights.
So my crisis was averted with the day glow or the fluorescent red by shifting from the AK extreme color, or what do they call it, AK real color, to SMS. And as soon as I did that, all my problems went away. So it's very bright,
Yeah.
very sort of day glow red. Yeah.
Hmm.
Just come
Do you
up all right.
find you have more problems with Vallejo over there with it being so humid and things?
No, not really.
So hot.
No, it's just this particular paint. Unlike any other paint I've used, within about 2 seconds of spraying, the nozzle would just become clogged. I'd ramp up the pressure, and all that would happen is the water trap at each end would just get full of moisture because pressure's not going anywhere. But I wasn't getting blow back through the brush or whatever. It would just take about 10 minutes to clean out the nozzle because it was just terrible.
Yeah.
So, usually I'm okay with paints. Just this particular color was just awful.
Yeah.
So,
I do find that, especially with the game colors and things, they tend to be a bit more difficult to spray.
Yeah, most of the game colors, sorry, the model color, like the thicker ones, the ones not for airbrush, I tend not to airbrush them. But when I do, I don't use their thinner to thin it. I use pretty much half paint and half airbrush flow improver.
Yeah,
that works well.
See, I've got flow improver and I do use it, but I use it on the thick ones, like you said, like the Game Air and things. Not the Game Air, the model color ones. But especially with the Vallejo Air, usually you can get away with just using water. Or I do anyway.
Yeah, it depends. Like on some colors, I find with the Vallejo, different colors act differently, and it's all to do with, I think, the pigments in it. So you just basically just test. It's test and adjust. It's almost like being at a rifle range. Like if this isn't working, then move your position a little bit. Just try something else.
Yeah, it can be quite frustrating sometimes, but
it's all right.
It's all part of the model, isn't it? Yeah.
Hmm.
Julie says, StreamYard skipped a comment of mine, Mikey. There we go.
No, I've just looked through YouTube chat and it didn't show up in YouTube chat. So whatever you typed, YouTube says not happening.
Yeah. Anvil says, I'm working on 1/144th Delta Dagger, then thinking putting it into diorama. Ooh.
Nice subject.
Cool. Bob says, both safety pins ended up wrong size too. Gonna switch from 3D print to CNC. What the hell? How strange. Joe says, yes, John, the Chipman looks great too. Love it. Tempted to find one.
Thank you, Joe.
GM says, there you all are. I moved forward 2 hours. Which way did you lot move then? We moved forward 1 hour.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, we haven't moved. We move, as you're probably aware, next weekend, over the Easter weekend.
Yes, I get chocolate eggs for my birthday this year. Yay. What fun. Bob says, holla, GM. Don't know about everybody else, but I went forward an hour.
Bob, I've forwarded to Duke Wellington your Strand Beast today, so he'll get that probably at the end of the week.
Ooh.
As you'd understand, 48 and 48 took priority.
Oh, yes. Yes. Arville, the 1/144th dagger I'm doing is very old AR 2 or ARII model, plastic model. Yeah. Imagine a 1/144th dagger would be quite small, wouldn't it?
I guess it'd be half the size of a 72nd scale one. So
I'm thinking a Delta dagger is not that big of a plane. Is my point.
It's probably the size
isn't
of
it a fighter?
Mirage. Yes. Yeah. So it's one of what they call a Century series. It's like mid 50s, 60s American.
Yeah. Jim says, Bobby, tricky things escape hatches. I see your pain in the gaps. My pain was mixing aircraft paints when they are the right color. Bob says, plus I might have solved the weapon eject hatch problem. What the Are they making a bloody Bond car or something for Julian? A Bond submarine for Julian. Speaking of which, he says, Nodge, I'm guessing it's pigment related with that colour. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Matthew, back little ears and now having lunch. Gives me 5 minutes peace anyway. Patrick says, hi, GM. Bob says, everybody beware. I have discovered where to get Strand Beast in packs of 4.
Oh, dear.
Not. All he's got to do is order 10. And then that's that's more than every channel member.
Yeah.
That's scary.
So, just Google that. Apparently, a 1/144th Delta Dagger is between 5.6 and 6.5 inches. That's 14 to 16 centimeters. That is tiny.
Yeah. It is for a jet, isn't it? Not for a plane.
I say, no, it's not. Sorry, I do.
It's okay. We won't mock your disability. Patrick says the chipmunk looks great, John.
Thank you. It's
Julian
not perfect.
says,
It'll do.
Julian says, Biggie back in a bit. Kara here. Okay. Ian's laughing at Bob. And GM says, hello, peoples. I moved countries last Friday. Didn't know you moved time. Yes. We did in the UK. Because our illustrious leaders have yet to realize that it's not necessary.
Do you think it's likely to get changed?
I think it probably will eventually. It's just at the minute they're obsessing over other things, aren't they?
Because I don't think, I might have to Google it. I don't think Queensland changed. I think like the rest of Australia changed, and we went, nah. Seems like too much work for us. They're sort of saying no off the hop is a bit different to saying yes and then changing your mind.
Yeah.
But I'm curious now. I will Google that.
Yeah. And I can't see the point in it, to be honest. It's not even like now we have people have regular work hours. It's not, people don't work 9 to 5 all the time now.
Huh.
More like shift work and things.
We did, apparently, from 1990 to 1992 as a trial period. And then we had a referendum where 54.5% of voters said, stuff ya. So there you go.
A decisive victory. Matthew says, yes, we're all time travelers. Greetings from the past. Yeah. Aaronville says, the Delta Dagger is just 13.5 centimeters long with a wingspan of 8 centimeters. Tiffany is correct. Very small and cute, using head magnifying glasses for everything. Plus harder for me. I'm a beginner with heart. Ain't that wrong with being a beginner, mate?
Nope.
No.
Everyone starts somewhere. Anyone tells any different, give me a slap. No, don't do that.
Tell them Tiff sent you.
Yeah, tell them to send you with a steak and kidney pie. Not a lot of people know that.
Where'd the steak and kidney pie come from?
From the shop, you idiot.
Yeah. Where do you buy your pies from?
I mean, cripes. What a palaver.
Pie cost? What's a pie cost? Oh, about $2.50.
With breaking waters.
I do love that story from Paul Marley. He went to New Zealand and they went to a fish and chip shop, or chippy, I think you call them over there. And
Yeah.
up on the menu is kumara, which is like a potato sort of thing, kumara. But he didn't know what it was. So Sharon said, "What's kumara?" And the lady behind the counter said, $2.50. $2.50, in fact. What about the bass? Oh, no singing.
Jem says, working with Ross Pay on his P51D rebuild, the paint to be pre-ordered, I found out to be off a bit. Dark green is actually olive drab, trying to blend it back.
Oh, yeah. But then again, he should know, shouldn't he?
Bob says, in line with my PhD, I'm beginning lots but ending never. There we go.
What?
Well, sounds like a kindred spirit.
What was that?
Bob says, in line with my PhD, I'm beginning lots but ending never. It sounds like a kindred spirit of yours.
Yeah. Well, I'm starting an I-153.
Ooh.
Well, I've been enjoying these ICM 132nd scale biplanes.
Yeah.
And I've got the I-153 as well.
Nice.
So I've been looking at that. Although I've still got this to finish.
Yeah.
A 48 build. And this to finish. The CR42 to finish. And just last week, you'll remember. Oh no, I don't think I'm mentioned on the channel. I bought a 1/72 scale Lightning F6.
Okay.
By Airfix to disprove some. Trying to think of a word. Let's call him a modeler, for want of a better word. So, my apologies if you're listening.
Where's this going?
Yeah, Gary Morris.
Well, it came one of these guys. It comes online slagging off Airfix because he's made a mistake. So I bought the kit because he reckoned that the fuselage halves wouldn't go together, and it was their new Lightning. It hadn't been out long, so I bought it. I don't do 1/72 jets, but I bought it just to prove him wrong, and it was well wrong. It fits beautifully, but I thought, well, I've started because I had to build it to prove that what he'd done was basically what everybody was trying to tell him, that he hadn't fitted the interior parts correctly, therefore the fuselage wouldn't go together and you wouldn't have it. That's why I thought I've got to do this. So I took the photographs as I did it, showed it went together dead easy and everything. So I've got this beautiful kit. I thought, well, I'm going to build this. Why not? Because I quite like the Lightning. And then I lost the cockpit tub.
Oh.
So I went, oh, bollocks. So that was on my another one on the shelf of that started not finished kits. But just the other week, I found a tub.
There we
Oh,
go.
was it stuck to your elbow?
Sorry? No,
it
was it stuck? No, it wasn't stuck to my elbow. No, it was in amongst the mess. If you could, I mean, you can see the state of my bench. Well, the whole place is much like that. So very difficult for me to keep it tidy because I tidy up and then seconds later it's back to as it was. So it seems a bit pointless. And I've got this area to work in. Well, I can work in this area. I also have this habit that masking tape, although I buy it by the massive roll, I want it to be used at least twice.
Yeah.
Because I paint on the markers, do a lot of masking. So when I take it off, it gets stuck on my board, so I can use it again for over spray masking. So
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Trouble is, it could get in the way. I used to stick it to like the cellophane bags you get in kits, and then I have all these cellophane bags stuck with masking tape, which blew it away. But yeah, so the lightning kit is back in the frame.
Excellent.
But so's that I was looking for something because I've now got a display room, believe it or not, and a lot of my models are tucked in. I built put them up, the display cabinets up on a low shelf. To give room for my kits to go underneath, but it doesn't quite take them all. So that's why there's a few in here again. And these are mostly kits that are started. Well, actually, that's a lie. There are some started kits in here. But yeah, I don't know. It was on Sunday. Somebody asked me how my mosquitoes doing. So I need to get that done.
Rude.
They do like your mosquito.
Well,
catch on chat. Matthew says Stram Beast are forms of Necrons in Peace Mallet 39k. They will eventually take over the universe. No.
Isn't it funny? Like things like, Peace Mallet, they're better names for cars than a lot of cars these days. Certainly the ones coming out of, say, China. Like, there's a car called a Sea Lion. Peace Mallet sounds like a better bloody vehicle.
It does, doesn't it?
Sea Lion.
Yeah. Madness.
Ian says, I once asked my granddad what's a hospice, and he replied about 2 gallon. Joe, Mal, just call it the 48 in 2 months build.
It'd be funny. The only kit that Mal will ever finish is just to prove somebody wrong. I build out of spite.
Spite can move mountains.
Well, it's better than Tim, fueled by hating coffee.
Yeah. Although, things that I don't hate are things like going through my bits box, finding old models that are still worth $65 and going blonk and putting him in metho so I can strip him and repaint him, but better. Or just made $65. Don't need to buy a new model.
Yeah.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah. Jem says, John, a letter will be expressed posted to you Tuesday. The post office was shut. Money for the 4848 auction, etc.
Wonderful. I'm in conversation with Gallery to get your airbrush dispatched as well. And I think I've given you a postage notification for the other lots. I'm not sure.
Nice. Phil says, afternoon all. Hi, Phil. Bob says, GM, how constant were the colours in World War II? Did they use that close enough shades? Probably.
No, they had proper paint.
Yeah, they didn't
Certainly
have
the RAF did.
Yeah, they didn't have FS standards.
Proper paint in the same way as the British started World War II with what they refer to as proper petrol tins.
Yeah, well, no, they used proper paint, BS standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's no FS
And
standards.
the Germans had paint that was
Yeah, they had the RAL paint.
RLM standard until towards the end of the war, when they started running out.
At that point, it's just slap any mud on you can find and things.
Well, they used, but the RAF certainly used the proper paints through manufacture. And so did the US until they started to take it off. But they still used the paints for where they painted stuff. So it's not, but in modelling, who knows what is the correct shade?
Well, exactly. And it all depends on your perspective.
Yeah.
Well, I think in modelling, there's a lot of what I would probably call sheep. Just like somebody mentioned something, so that must be right. In that, like, I'm not overly critical of it, but people are talking about, oh, you've got the scale effect and stuff like that, and okay, are you going to explain what it is? Well, if it's smaller, it'll be lighter, wouldn't it? Oh, why? Reasons. Okay, what are they? Oh,
if it's further away, it'd be darker.
Oh, not you too. Oh,
mate, if you're
look at all the different. How many paint ranges are there? There's hundreds, and those that deal with World War II subjects, for example, every single one of them has a different shade for the same thing.
What people need to focus on
are exactly the same.
People need to focus on having fun rather than accuracy.
Yeah. Well, I tend to stick with one range of paints.
Yeah.
But through the hundreds of years I've been doing this, I've gone through different paint ranges. So I've got Spitfires that
you
are
start off
painted,
with
what I thought at the time were like. Shut up! I didn't even hear what you said. I wasn't listening.
Start off with quicklime.
Yeah,
but yeah, I've got aircraft painted with one paint range, which are now different to what I use. I don't worry about that. It's not like I'm going to repaint them.
Yes.
No, you guys have got it wrong. If you're not gatekeeping a hobby, then you clearly don't love it enough.
Well, I think
I was only saying that.
Obviously, paints these days are not allowed to contain
the opposition of the people.
Paints can't contain things like lead, asbestos, mercurochrome.
Yeah.
You
See, people say that media channels need to be unbiased and balanced. We have that because we have Tim on here. Whatever we say, he'll oppose it. So it's balanced.
It doesn't matter what the opinion is. Just here to act as a counterweight.
Yeah.
Matthew
says, Bob, olive drab is made from yellow mixed with black, so the colour could vary. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not mixed in the field. It's mixed to a stand. So the way it used to work is with military standard. Well, no, with things like American, like mil spec. You've heard of mil spec. So the way America used to do it, for instance, is certain companies would tend to make a particular thing to the specification that the Pentagon or Richmond, Virginia puts out and all that sort of stuff. And what they do is the logistics agency and all the people would say, yep, that's what we want. Yeah, lock it in. And then what they would do is, as they're making batches, random ones would be pulled out and submitted for testing, either on site or back to the Army, Navy, Air Force, or whatever. to make sure it still conformed to the spec. Over the decades, what the American military, because it's all NATO numbers and everything else, they've realized that in a lot of ways, like integrated circuits, silicon chips, transistors, all that sort of stuff used to be the best ones you can get with the military ones. But over time, things like what you'd find in, say, Apple computers or whatever would outperform what the military were using. So they just sort of said, well, why are we spending billions of dollars to maintain these specs and standards? And they just reverted then from like high reliability soldering techniques. So they just turned that off and went straight across to the IIC standard for consumables for electronics and reliability of soldering techniques and stuff like that. So things have changed over time. But a lot of us, if you're going to supply something that conforms to a particular paint swatch, you'd need to test it periodically to make sure that it hasn't drifted and it still conforms to that paint swatch.
Yeah.
It's So I worked for a couple of years in logistics alongside people that were talking to foreign military sales in Richmond, Virginia, and stuff like that, and all this sort of stuff was told to me. So I believe them because they did it every day.
Yeah. See, for me, I don't care because I know for a fact I see colours different to most people because I'm colourblind. So I just paint what looks good to me.
That's a good excuse.
Yeah, and if it doesn't look right to everyone else, then bollocks to you.
I just like when people say something's military grade, and to the uninitiated they go ooh, and to anyone that's been in the military they go ha ha ha.
Yeah, it's like when they say vehicles and equipment are squaddy proof. That one always makes me laugh.
No such thing.
I'll do it again.
Let's catch up with Shax. Quite far behind now. Jem says the air show at Scone, New South Wales was a great event. Met up with old friends and met up new faces now flying the old aircraft. Nice.
Yeah, very nice.
On
We didn't go. It was just the price of the Spokes Fury's fuel these days. Bugger that.
Yeah. Hobby Time says, hey guys. Hello. Matthew says, built out of spite, fueled by hate and donuts. Are we talking about Tim or Mal now?
What?
Patrick says, hi, Hobby Time. Hobby Time says, hi to Patrick. Matthew says, staying alive to prove someone wrong. Julian is back, and he's laughing at Matthew. GM, Bobby, colour standards were relatively close. Supply of ingredients was near impossible to maintain. Bob says, Matthew, I was never sure which way colours mix after spending years doing colour TV repairs. GM, most of the paints in the UK were matte finish. Glosses were thin and all over the shop for accuracy. There you go. Matthew says, Bob, once it starts looking green, it's okay. Plus, like Nodge says, a 1/16th tank will always look lighter in colour than a 1/76 scale one. Yeah. Further away, the darker it is. So the smaller it is, the darker it should be.
That's because it takes you time to get further away, so it'll be darker.
Yeah. Jim says we have British World War II paint and the variety of the same colour is nuts. Yeah. Jim, in my modelling youth, jumped. I used 3 enamel paints all at the same time, or all the time. Patrick, Mum was telling me about RF uniform colour when Dad was in the Air Force. The parts of his uniform was 7 different shades of blue. Yeah, because you got age, wear, and UV damage and things like that as well to take into consideration. And you've also got to take into consideration that there were some that were repaired, some that were mended. especially on aircraft and vehicles, you'd have entire panels that were replaced and things,
Mm.
and then painted with fresh paint. They didn't paint the whole aircraft just to replace one panel. Bob says, I do remember being told while shooting, light up, sight up. The amount of light on a target would alter in apparent position. Yeah. Jim says, now I have at least 8 different brands of paint in my inventory. Ooh. Harvey Time says, hi, Jim. Julian says, Man's Model Moments has done a few videos on color distance effects, but as Mikey said, his rule is have fun, it's a hobby. So his videos are really only aimed at those who want total accuracy. Yeah, people need to not worry so much. It's supposed to be a fun hobby. Bob says, we had a colorblind person in the photographic department in our factory. We only used brown or clear, so not a problem. My dad used to work for a company, and they had a sprayer who was colorblind, and there's different types of colorblindness. And the type that he had was he only saw in black and white. And he was a sprayer, and people were saying to him one day, because he was spraying this panels like yellow or something, and they said, you've missed a bit over there, you've missed the primer. And he went, no, I haven't. He went, yes, you have. Look, that bit's yellow, the primer's red. And he went, no, it's not, they're both the same colour. What are you talking about? And he ended up having to leave the job because he couldn't tell the difference between the colours.
Isn't it funny? Like, as Bob's comment there, colorblind person, photographic department, we only use brown or clear. Imagine only giving him sepia photos, and he'd go, oh, love the colour in this. It's bloody brilliant.
Yeah. Duke says, good day, all you beautiful people. Hello,
Duke.
Julian says, if I recall correctly, for example, Japanese colours were random to an extent, depending on the factory, whether it was a naval, army, or air force. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. So again, there's a guy in Cosford that was, he was an expert on zeros, and he was saying, you could tell, if it came from the Mitsubishi factory, it was this color, and if it was from the other factory, Nakajima, or wherever it was this color.
Yeah.
So it had big letters written on the side of the zero. What does that mean? I don't know. So I just Googled it and went, it's this, blah, blah, blah. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. So I thought, well, he's not really an expert then, is he? Yeah. I'm an asshole.
2 seconds.
Yeah, funny. I can see the comments today.
Oh, that's interesting. So, British Standard paint started in 1930. That's interesting. June said, just read that one. Marcus says, good afternoon all. Mikey, it feels very strange seeing you on at this time of the day rather than Tuesday or Thursday evenings. Great show, by the way, and the chipmunk looks awesome. Thank you, buddy. It's nice to see you too. I'm on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays at this time. 12 till 2.
Welcome, Marcus.
Yeah. Jim says, hi, Marcus. Jim, welcome to the great paint debate, the subject that will never die.
Die, paint, get it?
Jim says, hi, Hobby Time. And good day, Duke. And Patrick says, hi, Duke. And of course, on chat. The reason you can see chat today is because I didn't have enough watch hours on my other 2 accounts. So I've had to set up another one for this week.
Well, I can't action them, so, that's fine.
No.
Yeah, but you could leave it like this all the time. It'd be great.
Yeah, but it's my channel and I can do what I want with it.
Yeah.
All right, you two. Behave.
Jim says, World War II Japanese Navy and Army had their own air arms. There was no Air Force as an individual branch of the service. Same as the Americans, though. Patrick says, hi, Marcus. That's nice and red, that figure, John.
Thanks.
I like the colour.
Well, it's Citadel red. What are the odds?
Hey, guess what? My Iron Thanes are painted that colour.
Samesies.
You won't have to say Citadel soon. They're changing it
Yes.
To what?
to Warhammer paints because apparently a bunch of people didn't know that Citadel was the thing.
It's all they sell in their shops.
Yeah, I know. Believe me. Yeah, they put out like a ad sort of thing. Not an ad, like a little short video kind of announcing the change. And it's just got, like grannies and stuff coming up and being like, hello, I'm buying this for my granddaughter. Do these paints work with it? And he's like, yep. We sell them in the same shop because they're specifically for them. And all that stuff. And then, yeah, it just shows like the shopkeeper being exasperated. But yeah, obviously, it's supposed to be a kind of funny little thing. But
yeah, sure.
Most people were like, so you think all your customers are idiots? Yeah. A lot of people don't like change. So,
Hobbitime says, as a former aircraft painter and aircraft restoration, it makes me chuckle when the so-called modeling experts start talking about paint. You don't lighten the color with white, it bleaches and washes. Yeah, and you don't darken it with black. You just use a lighter or darker version of the color you're using.
Oh, yeah, I find different brands of exactly the same color. There's enough tonal variation there to be happy with that. But the deal is, most of the builds I tend to go for clean builds anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah. Julian nods after that joke. There's the door. No, it opens the other way.
It's like that. Yeah, sorry. Go on.
Yeah. Hobbitime says, out the color used. What? Out the color used the lighter color it was mixed with, like yellow for lighting and green. Yeah. Oh god, that was hard work.
Yeah, right.
Out the color. Use the lighter color.
Out of the colours used. Maybe.
It was mixed with light yellow for lightning green. Yeah, okay. I get the gist of what he's trying to say. Jim says the Americans had 2 specs of cockpit green for export orders. The RAF P51Ds and the Kiwi P51Ds are different, with the Kiwi green a very dark green. Same spec paint though.
So I learned that the other day while researching the B-47 Stratofortress.
Yeah, how's that going?
Stratojet. Well, I haven't touched it since we did it the other day. Because I'm doing it on your stream. Your channel.
You're learning lots of interesting facts about it.
Well, it was so interesting. I was even talking to my wife about it. Not over our anniversary dinner because she wouldn't have stayed there till the end.
That would have gone down so well.
Gasson, check. Or Italian restaurant. Oh. Me hi.
Yeah. Look at that. I got wheels on the tornado.
Hey.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. GM says
you read that one though.
Look at that.
GM says
no bum sitting either.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
It's all right. GM says that's one of the points addressed in the Triple M videos Hobby Time. Yes. And GM, Hobby Time, correct. It does help if we had the right color to start with. Patrick, changing from Citadel to Warhammer paints because people really aren't very smart. Bob says, Mikey, Julian got in the middle of a 2-part comment, threw me at first too. Yeah. Hobby Time says, limited text, too many letters, guys. And he says he doesn't watch Triple M. Yeah. I don't know. To be honest.
What? God. Timbo, what's a good color for what do I call them? Purity seals.
Oh, purity seals. You're doing a red guy, so I would do more of a purple for the wax?
No, for the paper.
Oh, for the paper, right?
Parchment. Ubashti bone or whatever they call it. I don't have that.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
fine. If you have any type, do you have any type of like sand color,
I
or are
don't.
you trying to stick with just citadels?
No.
Yeah,
I don't
if you've
have
got any sort of a sand or light stone, yeah.
Iraqi sand, that'll do.
Yeah, I'd start with that, and then
Lighten up.
and then yeah, just lighten up for the edge highlighting if you want to do that. But
Right.
that should be fine.
Thank you, sir.
No worries.
I can go for a khaki or khaki. Khaki, so it looks like he khakied his pants.
Got him. Aha. Here's those little struts.
Oh. Matthew says, Timmy, we'll sit in the corner changing all the labels on Citadel paint pots. Hours of fun.
I most certainly will not.
Julian says, Gasson, check my eyesight. Your eyesight is fine, Monsieur Marley. She has sodded off.
She's gone. Scarped. So she is.
Bob says, as for weathering, I am useless. Therefore, all my kits are fresh from the factory before they get abused.
Oh, the better-looking Molly helped me choose what kit I'm building next, by the way.
Ah.
Is the big reveal. Well, Mal already knows because he was on the Models for Heroes stream. It's this one.
Oh, let's have a look. Hang on. 2 seconds. Oh, the vegan.
The 48 scale special hobby vegan.
Not belittling them.
Yeah, as the green one, because that's the only way you're meant to paint a vegan.
Ah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why do I know the 3 crowns on a blue field sign?
Sweden.
Romanian, isn't it? I don't know.
I don't know.
Really?
It's some
I feel like I've seen it.
Yeah. Some foreign Air Force.
Some foreign Air Force. Yeah. Well, here's a clue. They're the IKEA colours.
Oh.
All I know about IKEA is whenever we go there, Kay hides in the wardrobe and jumps out on people.
So many to choose from.
I call them the Big Blue Death Star. They're great. I love IKEA.
Stu says, I failed my lifeboat medical due to colour blindness. Bit of a shock for someone about to start their 3rd year of painter decorator apprenticeship.
Yeah.
What?
Can you just imagine his examiners? Right, okay, what the hell have you painted these walls? Why does this room look psychedelic? Steve says, good afternoon. Hello, Steve.
Hello.
Patrick says, hi, Steve. Julian says, oh, that vegan looks great, Notch.
I haven't done it yet.
David says, Sweden. There we go.
From Sweden.
Yoo-hoo, big summer blowout.
Hey, HJ.
I love that. I love that bit of that film.
Yoo-hoo.
Don't forget safe word.
And yes, it does have, well, it weren't included, but I have paint masks for it, so hooray.
Nice. Nice.
So in Skull Modeling Twins channel news, been invited down to Hobbyco headquarters on Wednesday to talk to the CEO, he wants to meet me, and that'd be
Ooh.
nice. I don't know what to expect, but just to have a look through the warehouse and just sort of like, be like a kid in a toy store. Well, a kid in a Hobbyco store any other day, but there's that. And the other news is I've been invited by James and most likely Malcolm to appear on their Just Making Conversation podcast.
Cool.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Big things.
Big things. Onward and upward.
Yeah. Someone's got hiccups.
That was me, and you will only hear the one from me because I'm just weird like that.
Jim says British cockpit green, grey green, Mitsubishi cockpit green, near identical colour. Nakajima cockpit green, a lighter shade. To me, cockpit green is far too blue in hue. Don't use it on a British cockpit.
Ah, that's a very good, concise answer. Thank you, GM.
Yeah.
I did notice that SMS does have all three colours like Ayataki blue and all that stuff. So I plan to use them. I'll bring them up and see what you think.
Julie says, IKEA. I told them I'm disabled and they tried to charge £150 to deliver a £30 item. I told them to go forth and multiply.
Well,
Yes.
sounds like what Saab did with vegan. But, then you'll be fine.
Stu says, all customers choose the paint. I only had to read the label. Told one lady my colour blindness is no excuse for your poor taste. Excellent point. Matthew says, Julian, what's their minimum order amount? I don't think they have one. They just charge
16
ridiculous.
16 meatballs.
Gino
Oh,
says,
Swedish meatballs.
hello to everyone in the panel and in the chat. Hope you're all well and have a nice day.
Oh,
Hey,
just
Gino.
peachy, Gino, now that you're here.
Yeah. Matthew says, ooh, Gino.
See, told you.
Jim says, congratulations, Mr. Marley. You've made it to the big time. I look forward to that episode of Skipping the Child's podcast.
I don't know if I'd want to listen to it. I don't think I'd have anything interesting to say.
I agree.
So GM, these are the three SMS colors. So Ayataki blue, M3 Mitsubishi interior green, and amber grey. So that's what the 0 will be. We'll see how that goes. So that's a color who's talking about the the Mitsubishi interior green.
The one that
Yellow
kind of looks like a really pale pea soup.
Yeah, well, that certainly does, doesn't it?
Hmm.
But yes,
Kim-
so I've been emailing lots of the suppliers for the 48 and 48 this year, and most of them have come back and said can't wait to do it again next year. So that's really awesome as well. I'm quite
Yeah.
pleased with that.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Hopefully you'll remember all the little guys when you're rubbing shoulders with the hoi polloi.
Because we'll remember you.
So went to a Veterans Hub breakfast the other day, and 2 OCU people were there, and that was nice. And they cooked us lunch on the barbecue. But this is cool because I'll cover up her first name, but this lady's name is War, WARR. So I said, do a lot of people ask you what are you good for? And she says, yeah, I hear it all the time. I don't understand. So I explained it to her, and she goes, oh my god, I finally get it. Oh. Oh god! Imagine going through your whole career not knowing the reference to that Springsteen song. What are you good for? What do you mean? What do people keep saying that?
Jim says the Ayataki blue also is found in a metallic pale green. That sounds like a nice color.
Ayataki blue sounds
pale
like a
green.
disease, doesn't it? Oh, he's got a terrible case of the Ayatakis. Up the doit.
All right. Last 3 pieces to paint for this thing, and then I can get the last couple of decals on and then be ready for finishing.
We're an hour and 20 minutes in. We've got 25 likes and don't know how many people watching because it's still not telling us.
It's still saying one watching.
Yeah.
We've got one.
Yeah, I don't know if that's me because I've got it open on my phone or what.
Well, it must be because I've stopped watching this turgid shit.
I've still got it open on my PC.
Yeah. Who knows? Anyway, don't forget to lube and subscribe. Julian says, one of two. Oh, God. One guy whined at a friend he was getting spam. Email was John at. She explained about him having an easy name to guess. He whined they should have warned him. 2 of 2, she said, we don't tell you not to stick your head in the oven and turn it on either, but that also is not a good idea.
That reminds me of a conversation I had in a flight line with a guy. How bloody annoying. More about that later.
Matthew, 3 and the cat watching here. Oh, what's the cat called?
Here. Oh. Yeah, so this guy, like, you know, he had his sunglasses on, had them on the back of his head, you know, in uniform. And on Tuesdays, the CEO would come down and sort of give us a spiel and stuff like that. So just, you know, very quietly walked past him and just sort of whispered in his ear and said, "Take your sunnies off your head." And he just made an idiot of himself, you know, really loud voice, "Taking my sunglasses off, Sergeant!" You know, and all that sort of stuff. I'm just thinking, yeah, thanks for drawing attention to yourself, but well done, and all that sort of stuff like that. Anyway, go forward another, say, hour or so. The parade's over, the spiel is done. He's in flight line and walked past, and he's got his sunglasses on the back of his head. And I said, "Yeah, Howie, come outside." I said, "I asked you to take your sunglasses off like an hour within the last hour. Why are they back on your head?" And he just said, "Oh, I've had a look in the dress manual. It doesn't say anything about not wearing sunglasses on the back of your head." And so for 40 minutes, I'm having this sort of argument, just saying, "Well, you know, this is bloody. You're wasting my time. I need, you know, I've got work to do. Can we just leave this alone?" Anyway, a flight sergeant walked past and he brought him into it. Another corporal walked past, he brought him into it. And he said to the other corporal, "Hey, you know, can I wear sunglasses on the back of your head?" "No, dude, you can't wear sunglasses on the back of your head." He said, "Oh, it doesn't mention anything in the flight manual about it." He said, "Yeah, it also mentions you can't walk around with your dick hanging out. It just implies that you know that you don't walk around with your dick hanging out."
Just remember, we've already established there's 2 small children watching this as well.
Well, they've got them as well.
That's not appropriate, dude.
All right, go
on.
on.
Bob says, everybody shout, "It's me, I'm watching." Hello. Matthew says the cat's called Harley. Hello, Harley. Scott says, "Hey, everyone." Scott says, "Hey, everyone, it's a YouTube thing. It's the same thing on another stream." Ah, so it's YouTube playing up again. Trying to fix things that aren't broken. GM, Japanese painter and minefield, IGA, IGN, IJAA, all have different shades. John, I have a new film upgrade on some of these colors, filmed 2 weeks ago. I'll send you. Anybody else?
Yeah, look forward to that.
Aronville says 1-1 was a racehorse, 2-2 was 1-2, 1-1-1 race, 2-2, 1-1-2.
That's an old joke, that one.
Jimmy says, apparently he complains to the customer service director who tried to tell my friend off but was too busy laughing. Matthew says, my eldest was moaning at us yesterday for eating Peppa Pig. I hate to break it to her. What was in the hot dogs? Julie says, Matthew, how old is the cat? There we go. Steve says, will any one of you build the Border Moles 135 Heinkel HE111 H6? That'd be something a Mal would do.
No, it's 135th Scav. Not interested. And I've got one in 132nd Scav, so I don't need it.
Oh, there we go.
Revels did one.
I won't build Border Model on principle.
Matthew says, Julian, she's 3. Oh. Anvil says, Tiff, I'm old, 61.
Just on Peppa Pig, a fun little horror fact for you.
Go on.
Peppa Pig is officially listed at 7'1" tall.
Oh, so
Crazy.
so pantomime doesn't freak out the chidge?
What was that?
So people dressed up in suits in pantomime don't freak out the kids?
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, if you look up how tall Peppa Pig is, it's 7'1", which means you then extrapolate how tall Daddy Pig is. He's 14'2". So that, godless pork obelisk is, an absolute monstrosity. But there you go. There's your fun fact for the
Julian asked, right?
You'd be munging on his left leg for days. Be awesome.
Julian says, Julian said, Matthew, how old is the cat? So Matthew said, she's 3, and she swears like a trooper. I think Matthew's misunderstood the question. I don't think a 3-year-old cat's going to swear that much. Cross wires, maybe. Dorkosaurus says, good morning, people. Good morning, Dorkosaurus.
Oh, you sound unsure. Might be
Joe
afternoon where you are, I can't tell.
Well, it is afternoon where we are.
I know.
Joe says, driving to Nowhere, Texas, Wednesday afternoon. Hope I have service out there so I can listen to these masterpiece streams later on in the week. Oh, dear.
Careful what you wish for.
Matthew says, George Pig is a status Marine.
Is he really? That's funny.
June says, I'm 55, physically anyway. Mentally, I'm not sure. I've hit puberty yet. Sense of humor suggests no.
All right.
Very
I've
good.
got a YouTube thing to look up. What's her name? The lady that plays... Oh, it's Diane Morgan. Comedian who plays Philomena Kunk has done a thing recently where she reads out Dylan Thomas's, it's called, but rage against the dying of the light, and don't go peacefully into the night and all that stuff like that. Look that up on YouTube. It's funny. I won't tell you what happens, but she's very, very good.
GM says cats do swear. Ooh, okay.
Wow.
Do they?
I don't know. I know our cat used to say hello. Well, it sounded like it was saying hello anyway.
Hello. Hi.
Well, I stood in the bathroom one day, getting ready for work, and all the carers, my wow. I thought who the bloody hell's in the garden? I looked out the window, it's the cat at the back door.
Yeah, to be fair, sometimes when Willow meows, it does sound like she's saying "ma'am."
Yeah. They learn to imitate human sound, don't they?
Yeah.
Is that what my cat used to say? Idiot.
Bob says, people say I'm entering my second childhood. I ask if I can finish my first.
Oh, very cool.
Matthew says, when he lived in Telford, there was a cat that cried like a baby. It was terrifying at 2 a.m. I can imagine it was. I said before, when I lived, before I got married, when I lived with my dad, the back of his garden backed onto woodland and farmers' fields and things. So in the middle of the night, you'd hear foxes screaming, and it sounded like someone, being attacked or something. It was quite frightening if you didn't know what it was. Julie says, Gem, is that damned universal translator again? Meow meow equals sod off I'm eating.
Yeah.
Meow meow isn't that a drug? Stay away from drugs, kids.
There's a podcast called Sizzletown. Now, anyone listening around the world, not Australia, won't understand it, but it's about 200 episodes, I think. And it's by what I find a really funny comedian called Tony Martin. And his offsider is on what he calls the pots and pans, all the sound effects. And it's got incredible production values of sound and all that stuff like that. So one of the things in it is his cat, called the Pikelet Man, rings up the phone. It's a talkback radio thing, and he gets on the phone and it's all meow meow, and they turn on a machine and it translates it into English. So he has conversations with his cats on the radio. It's fantastic. It's just funny stuff.
Matthew says, introduce your kids to Peace Mallet and they'll never have the money for drugs or cigarettes. That's true.
100%.
Jim, Huskies have a unique ability to sound out some words. Great dogs, very much on the independent side. Yeah. Animals are a lot more clever than what we give them credit for.
Yeah, they're a great band.
Jim, our cats say hello in Korean. One did say you coming as it walked past me to the door. Wife burst out laughing.
Coming. You coming? Mel, I'll say it again. That looks fantastic.
Yeah.
It does. The camouflage is stunning.
I finally got the upper wing on and
Do you
tried
wanna show
to
it?
fit. Sorry?
Do you want to show it us? Well,
I can't really move it along. I put the upper wing on the cabane struts and then went to fit the main struts.
Mm-hmm.
Got one on. That looks good. I had to turn it upside down to make it easier to fit. Put one on. Going to put the second one on. It wasn't going on, and I thought something's not right. And the first one had pushed the wing off the cabane struts. So I took the main struts out, reattached the wing on the cabane struts, knowing that those two main struts will now fit properly. I'm going to leave that to go off for a day and then put them in again. So in the meantime, I can paint the bombs, and it should be finished by next week. Or
nice.
Maybe Wednesday. But yes, it's nearly there. Yes, I've enjoyed it. It's if you're into 1/32 scale World War II, that's the ICM. These biplanes are really nice kits. There's a few little things. So if you get the kits, give us a shout, and I'll let you know. I won't bother going through them there. Because I can't remember, but these little things. But they're really nice to build.
I think 1/32 would be really good for a biplane.
Yeah, it's actually quite big.
Yeah, quite large.
Hang on, I've got a 1 foot ruler here.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I don't normally have to use this, but here you go. It's over 12 inches or shit, 300 mil.
Are you envious yet?
Right?
Are you envious yet, Tim?
Oh yeah, screaming internally.
250 mil long. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that might actually go on my list. Because I haven't done a biplane.
Yeah.
CR42.
Oh, nice.
It's really nice if you like complicated camouflage schemes.
Colourful.
This is going to be done as one that fought in the Battle of Britain.
ICM they really do make very nice aircraft kits.
Yeah.
The beer barrel Spitfire one, if it wasn't for the rocket covers, it's a good kit. But all their other ones are just as sublime. Like that Hamden was fantastic. Loved it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Anvil says that looks great, Mal.
Thank you.
I need some.
Do try.
Matthew says, Mal, I can see where Fallschirmjägers got their camo smocks from now.
Yeah.
TBG says, hi, everyone. Hi, TBG.
Hello, Teebs.
Bob, Mal, is it an optical illusion or is the top wing a bit port side trailing? It might be an optical illusion because of the camera.
Yeah.
Stay in lane, Bob. It's me
I
that
can
puts
I
wings
can tell you
backwards.
I spent 300 years getting it squared up. So it's not portside trailing. If it
Years
is,
of
you're wrong.
academy training wasted.
Patrick says, hi, James. TBG, note to Nodge. Mal has put the top wing on the right way.
Oh, piss off.
Arville says, love ICM.
Yeah.
GM, you can get an app now that translates baby sounds and cries. The cat app is hilarious. The dog app is useless. 2G says,
Very
hi,
funny.
Patrick. Julian says, laugh aloud TBG afternoon, by the way. David says, it is so good looking, Mal. TBG says, hi, Julian.
It sounds like that cat app is made by cats, doesn't it? Because they intentionally get the dog one wrong.
Okay. Like the film Cats and Dogs. Making apps to take over the world. Oh, Mal's just... Oh, his internet might be playing up. His computer might be playing up again.
My wife was telling me today that apparently, like, baby sign is a thing.
Yeah.
So apparently, you can basically teach like very rudimentary sign language for like hungry and stuff like that, because before they start verbalizing, they can make gestures. But I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, have you never watched Meet the Fockers? He doesn't. Jack does it in the second one.
Oh, is that like the what thing?
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah. No, I don't remember the specifics.
Yeah. It'd be quite funny if you did.
Might need to watch it again.
Yeah. Matthew says, dog app or yap? There we go.
Dog yap. Dog yap. That's funny. So what's funny is I've got so the kits that have arrived for me that aren't for me. So there's a couple of kits I already had that I had bought for veterans to make, but the ones that I've got here now that I'm not going to make, there's a Helle Concorde in 1 to 1/25 scale, which is an odd size, but it's a 972 molding in a new box, which is odd because I'm going to have to open it and do a review of it because there are none on YouTube's. 48 scale Gloucester Meteor, which is nice. The 48 scale Top Gun F-14A Tomcat. You might remember the thing I put up as a viewer's choice. One of them was a MiG-29. It was a Farewell USA 2003 thing. So German markings on one side, American on the other. Flags, I should say. And there's a Bradley M2A4 IFV M Shorad. Whatever. It's a military thing. And the SDKZ 234-2 Puma. And a big ass Gundam. It's like a master grade Gundam, which I think 72nd scale. But it's a big box. Oh, and there's a US-2 flying boat, a Japanese Navy, South Defense Force. And there's one more in the way. It's a Chinook, 72nd scale Chinook.
Oh, that reminds me. I got something the other day. 2 seconds. Modders, you're in charge.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We're all panicking.
Don't panic.
What's that, Tiff? You want my opinion?
Then she shall have it in abundance.
She knows I'll behave. For
You
now.
better.
As long as those checks keep coming, modders.
And the Yugoslavs.
The only issue is, now that I've put this decal down, I can't see where the holes were. But I had already drilled.
This is not going to be a good idea. That's all right. We'll do it anyway.
What next?
There you go. So I had 2 parcels arrive on Saturday morning. One of them was off Adam with a kit for me and a kit for Kay, which is very kind of him. Thank you very much.
Is it a rib?
No.
Oh.
It's mine. The one he sent me is this one.
Oh!
Oh, I know that one.
It's nice, isn't it?
Lovely.
And the one he sent Kay was this one.
Oh, that's cool.
And it comes with a figure. Ooh. Oh. Does that mean it's going to be a future build, John? On the
Your channel.
It is. And also, Kay sort of badgered me into ordering on Thursday night, well, late Thursday night, the £20 mystery box from Airfix. When I looked on Facebook, people were saying for that week it was the 172nd helicopter. I thought, I'm not really into helicopters, but fine, whatever. And it arrived on Saturday. And in it was not a helicopter. It was
An empty box.
no.
Gannett.
Yes. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the artwork on it. And the scheme that's in it is the one for RF Valley, which is the North Wales training base for the Air Force.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's a nice little kit. So apparently she wanted me to get it so that I could have it for birthday. So there we go. I got a jet. Sometimes mystery boxes are fun.
That's not a jet. This is a jet.
Nice. Hey, John's done the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the RF Valley scheme. Nice.
Yeah, the same one. 50 on the nose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that one.
Nice. What's it like to build?
Oh, it's a wonderful, wonderful build. I loved it.
Yeah.
The only thing to watch is that right here, where the wing goes on top of the inlets. I have a little bit of a jump.
Yeah.
Very small, but it's I'd build another one in a heartbeat. I love it. Such a nice kit. It's a really nice kit.
Yeah. I was quite pleased with that. So thank you, Adam, and thank you, Kaylee, for twisting my arm to get me a mystery kit.
How's that? We got air brakes.
Way.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Good.
So I decided to have everything open, but for some reason when I built it, I didn't decide to deploy the fuel probe.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. If I wanted everything open, I probably should have used the open one, but that's all right.
I've done the fuel probe open just because it's different, even though it's on the ground. It's my
So you're
model.
going to have the canopy open or closed, Tim?
Open. So I've got the I just primed the primed and painted the canopy prop thing. I just got to put the red bands on it. But yeah, that will be open and stuff.
Ooh.
So
Oh, that was the open sound.
yeah.
Sorry, that was eBay telling me that Maggie's birthday present has been dispatched.
Oh.
Oh,
So
You're
it says
still
between
a-
it says between the 31st and the 8th.
You're still a silly sausage.
Is that the cease and desist notice from the lawyers?
You're still a silly sod.
Right hand steel.
Julian says, in marital arguments, there are always two sides. One is correct, the other is the husband. Bob says, cats are proof that flat earthers have got it wrong. If the world was flat, cats would have pushed everything off by now. True.
Oh, yeah.
Julian says, thinks that joke might be why I'm single. Quite possibly. Jem, Mum was always good at understanding animals and their sounds. Sister does funny voiceovers when talking with cats. I try it, I get threatened by everyone. David says, have you got your towel? Don't panic.
Haha.
Jem, Mikey,
Fantastic
don't
books.
use... Jem says, Mikey, don't use Tamir's cockpit green. It's wrong. I don't use Tamir paints anyway, mate. But again, I'm not too bothered about accuracy. As long as I have fun building it, that's all I care about. Welcome back, Mel.
Hi. Phew, crashed again.
Oh, did you press it at the same time, Modders?
No, he's gone again. Oh no, he's back. I didn't press anything. I'm cutting out decals.
Okay. David says, all very nice, Mikey. Yeah. Matthew says, pub's open. Gem, they're a tiny aircraft, the Nats, low to ground, very much a sports car, just jump in and go. Yeah. What I'm thinking of doing is getting the because you can get a set from Airfix for £12 and it's different size aircraft stands, shadow stands. So I'm thinking of getting one of them and put it on that so I can do it wheels up.
I have read that with the Nats, when they would service them, do a deep level service, because the fuselages are so small and you can't actually reach certain sort of bits in it and stuff like that. Once the service is complete, before returning it to the squadron line, they would and putting the wings on, they would put it in a rotisserie and just spin it upside down a couple of times. I think about 8 times. So any bits of lock wire and stuff that have fallen inside would fall out. That's the only way they can get in there.
That'd be interesting to see, wouldn't it?
I do love the plane. It's mentioned before that it's designed by Teddy Pedder, who is my favourite British aircraft designer. You know, because nerds need to have favourite aircraft designers.
so they can geek out.
Yeah, totally normal thing to have.
But virtually everything he did was a success. So the Lightning, the Canberra, the Nat, the Lysander, the Welland. Not sure what else, but they'll do. Oh, I did notice that NASA did a belly up landing with one of their Canberras the other day. Well, the Martin.
Was it intentional?
Jet. They couldn't get the gear down. Not sure how, but it was a very nice landing done by the pilot. I don't think I'll rebuild it. It's probably not worth it.
Yeah,
just because it's so old anyway.
Yeah. Bob says, I found something that might be amusing for Mikey's natal anniversary. In collusion with modders, but might be a tad late. Oh, dear God. What are you plotting, Bob? Matthew says, hi. Hello. Julian, one of Rod Gilbert's work experience programs was from RF Valley. Him training to be a pilot. It was hilarious. Yeah. Guy Martin did one where he learns to fly the vampire, didn't he?
Yeah.
On YouTube. That was a good.
I like Rod Gilbert. He's funny.
David says, my ICM World War I American ammo truck arrived Saturday as well. My birthday present. Nice.
Oh, not our next build, but
no,
it'll be in the queue.
It obviously being a World War I kit, it will be in the build schedule somewhere. We're just not saying when. Yeah.
Well, I'll say when. World War I. That build
Yeah.
schedule.
Yes. Tuesdays. Live at Bearded Veteran Creates. Matthew says, had to reset PC as it wasn't speaking to the printer. Oh.
I blame Kia. So, Timbo, if I was going to paint the not gunmetal bits of this gun, what do you do? Do you use a black or a grey?
The gun
or...
casing.
Yeah, that thing.
The
thing what he doesn't burn his hand on.
Yeah. So what? Yes. What color would you paint it?
Yeah.
Normally, Blood Angels are black.
Black. Right.
So, yeah, I'd probably
black and then edge it with a bit of something lighter. Yes.
Yeah. Generally, if you have a, so normally Dark Reaper is the first thing I edge highlight black with. So any sort of blue gray.
Oh yeah.
And stuff, and then that'll really contrast as well with your red armor.
See, that's why I choose to be related to you. You're a very smart man.
Shoot. Problem is, John, if you keep telling him he's smart, his head will get even bigger and he won't be able to get out of the room.
Yeah,
he has a problem now.
They're a cool chapter, the Blood Angels. They're.
Do you reckon he has to walk sideways out the room?
No, that makes the problem worse.
Oh, we have an ask today. How's little Robin?
Very good, mate.
Good. Swell.
The channel mascot, little Robin.
Yeah.
Beep, beedly deep.
She's being very, very talkative and stuff at the moment.
Is she giggling a lot more now that she's figured out it gets a reaction?
Yeah. Yeah, no, she's doing well. So she's coming up to 4 months. So she's just going through a 4-month regression at the moment. Which, isn't too bad, but I'm back on watch keeping hours. So, Guts Watch is back on 12 to 4.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we just split the night.
Yeah. Progressing nicely then.
Yeah. No, she's doing great.
You'll have a modelling in no time. Scale modelling, nice.
Ooh.
Just thought I'd clarify that one.
Yes.
Yeah,
Other islands are available.
Minis.
Sorry, Tim?
I said, yeah, she'll teach her how to paint minis and stuff. She'll be winning Golden Demon Youngbloods in no time.
Yeah. GM says, in 1968, the Red Arrows Nats display at Royal Navy Yeovilton, several aircraft smoke systems failed. 20,000 cars covered in red and blue oil dots.
Nice.
David says, I do prefer the Dark Angels. Matthew says, Dank Angels for the win.
Dank Angels.
Bob says, don't know if this is true, but I heard to increase the Nats roll rate, the arrows removed the fuse for the roll stabilization and sort of gyro. Told to put it back, so use dead fuses. That wouldn't surprise me.
That doesn't make sense, though. If you remove a fuse from a circuit, it won't work. So, roll stabilization. No. That's got to be a fallacy. You just don't do that.
Fuses are for cowards. Just bridge it.
just put in a dime.
Just
Yeah,
use a 6-inch nail, it'll be fine.
yeah, just a length of bloody clothes hanger.
Yeah.
Here for a good time, not a long time. Cowboy up.
Obviously, anyone watching with no brain cells, don't do that. It's very dangerous.
That was my specialty. Safety circuit? You mean an impediment to operation?
Spoken like a true pusser.
Pretty much.
Flat brown. Why not?
The anchor is on.
Anchored down at anchorage.
Life belts are on. I think now it's just the last bit of rope to do. Also need to put the decals on. I'll put some decals on anyway. And do the tracks.
There we go. There's one stripy boy for the canopy.
James says hydraulic systems are adjustable, Bobby, from the cockpit. There we go. How the hell am I going to do this?
Oops.
Oh, good. Oops. There you go.
Yeah, well, that's kind of cool. It's not glued in a position or anything, but there's a...
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Tim.
Obviously, I'll tidy up the stripes, but yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
Looks like a Tonka.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
yeah.
So I reckon we're heading towards the last installment on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is what we'd sort of said, right? Was
Yeah.
Yeah, last week and then finish up this
Oh, it's
week.
Friday, isn't it? Friday
Yeah.
Tornado? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Thursday tornado.
Well, as I mentioned, like I only want to progress with the Lysander if Gary Morris can play.
Yeah. Well,
if he's unavailable, then I'll hold up and do anything else.
yeah. Good plan. Last few comments before we go. This has been a very long 46 seconds, and I'm still the only one watching. Yeah, YouTube's being weird today. Following Ghost says, morning, everyone. Morning, Ghost. People saying hi to Ghost. Oops. GM, the Nat is a trainer aircraft. Instructors can adjust settings. Yeah. Bob, it was told to me by the Baldy brothers, rear seat in Red 5, a school friend who moved from RF Valley to Scampton and ended up in the circus. He was peeved when Mansell took his seat once.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, it's a good unus to park on that seat, I must say.
Tim's having fun there.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like a proper jet, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like the first time you've been aiming towards your watch.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So very cool.
No, it's a nice plane, eh? It's a nice. It's a lot smaller than a Hawk. You're right, but it's a gorgeous little plane. Love it.
David says, I do hope Gary is okay. He is okay. He just needs a bit of time off, that's all. Nothing to worry about. Gino says, thanks for the nice stream again, guys and girl. You're welcome, buddy. Ghost says, hey, Julian. And Bob says, he was probably retaliating for some of my wind-ups. Cool. Right. It's that time again.
Shows you how small the gnat is next to a chipmunk.
Yes.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Eh.
Matthew says kids and their hairplanes. Cool. Right.
Well, the
Thanks
only
for
reason I
joining.
do modelling is to make noises and go hold them up and fly them around the garage. If you don't do that, you're not modelling. Right, Mel?
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah. There you go.
Thanks for joining us today. It's been fun. We've had some interesting conversations. Me, John, and Tiff will be back tomorrow with the World War One build, where we're building the mini Austin armored car. We've also got this week. Don't forget tomorrow night as well. We've also not tomorrow night. Tonight there's Moz's stream. Thursday we've got the Tornado, and then in the evening we've got Wait Rose's stream. And Friday we've got what have we got Friday? Members choice kits.
Yep.
Cool.
And we also have a members only live stream on Wednesday.
Yes, we do. So that'll be a midday one for us. So it's the Australasian sort of friendly one.
I'll put in my apologies now. I'll be down in Sydney.
No problem. But yeah, there we go. So we've got a daytime one on Wednesday as well. They're all 12 till 2 UK time. Regardless of what YouTube bloody says, because it's screwing up times at the minute.
And regardless what time you think that is anywhere else on the planet, it makes no sense because, I blame Kia.
Yeah. But yeah. So see you tomorrow for the World War One build. Until then, cool var for now.
Hey, Ru.
Adios.
Goodbye.